Welcome everybody to today's show. My tie for today is just like the ones they wore in the 60s, and today we have quite a family. Starting off for politics, we have 35th President of the United States, civil rights activist, and ladies man, JFK.
Hey Steve, how you doing? I'm on TV a lot, so I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. Next we have Little Miss Rosa Parks.
Well, I guess you can call me the First Lady of Civil Rights. I did refuse to surrender my bus seat to a white passenger after all.
Next we have Neil Armstrong.
The first man to walk on the moon in 1969. I guess you could say I'm pretty good at doing the moonwalk.
And lastly we have Nikita. The next family we have is the pop culture side. First off, we have star of the 1961 movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, Miss Audrey Hepburn.
Hello, Steve. I am delighted to be here.
Next, we have fashion icon Marilyn Monroe.
Hello Steve, I'm so ecstatic to be here, and I see JFK's here too. Hello Mr. President.
Next, we have weighing in at 236 pounds and at 6'3", Muhammad Ali.
Hey Steve, you know me, I'm top of the league. You know what I always say, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
And lastly, we have star in the Beatles band, John Lennon.
Hello Steve, how are you?
Okay, let's have our first two contestants come on down and start the show. JFK, Audrey Hepburn.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
Hello.
Okay, we surveyed 100 Americans on what their most embarrassing moment was in their life. We put the top 5 answers on the board. Let's go.
Movie not being a big hit.
Wrong!
Steve, I think I'm gonna have to say the Bay of Pigs incident.
Okay, do we got embarrassing your whole country on live TV? Okay, now starting off with the politics side, we have Neil Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong, what would be your most embarrassing moment?
Is this thing on? Okay. Well, I would definitely have to say the space race death was definitely the most embarrassing part of NASA.
Wrong! Now we're going to go on to pop culture, see if they can take the win. Next up, we have Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn, what's your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, dress flying up for sure, Steve.
Do we have dressing flying up? Wrong! Next, we have Rosa Parks and Marilyn Monroe coming down. Our next question is, what is the dumbest reason you got kicked out of somewhere?
Showing up late to set.
Wrong!
In 1955, I refused to give my seat up to a white person, so I got put to jail.
Show me sitting on a bus. You got it right. Now we're on the politics side again. Nick, what is the dumbest reason you got kicked out of somewhere?
It would be getting kicked out of Cuba for the Cuban Missile Crisis.
You realize this is U.S. history? Show me planting missiles. Wrong. Okay, John, what is the dumbest reason you got kicked out of somewhere?
Well, I know a lot of people got kicked out of Woodstock for being under the influence of LSD.
Do we have drugs? Yay. The next question, we got John Lennon and Neil Armstrong. Our next question is, we surveyed 100 people. What would be the most common phrases you hear in the 60s?
I'm gonna have to say, Houston, we have a problem.
Wrong! John, what you got?
Groovy, baby.
Do we got groovy, baby? We do.
Well, the slang term I've heard a lot is far out from this guy.
Who we have far out? Okay, 2 in a row. Can we keep it going? Audrey?
Olivia and Rose.
That's wrong. Okay, come on down. Our next question is, if you were to walk through a museum in the 1960s, what types of art would you see? Top 5 answers on the board.
You know, Steve, I don't know much about art, but I do know I get a lot of pictures taken of me. So, we've got to count for something, alright?
Show me self-portraits. Wrong!
Alright.
Well, I was good friends with Warhol and Bridget Riley and others like that, so I feel like minimalism art is one.
Show me minimalism. Oh, you got the point.
Well, I was in the famous Andy Warhol painting, so I'm gonna say pop art.
Wow.
You know, I'm gonna have to say conceptual art for sure. You know, colorful.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Feminist art.
Oh, wow. 4 for 4. Pop culture wins. Let's have our next contestants come on down. Our next question is, how would the average American live in the 1960s?
Very, very rich, like me.
Wrong.
I would say pretty well off. You know, the nuclear families with the $5,000 income, well off, like me.
See, well off. That's right.
Life wasn't as easy as other people say it was. Black people had to fight for their civil rights, which made great strides towards the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Show me racism. Wrong. Our next contestants are Muhammad Ali and Nikki. Okay, 100 people surveyed. Our next question is, what is the most standout court cases in
There were many big cases in 1963 to help USSR gain power.
Wrong! It's U.S. history, buddy.
Would the Bailey and Patterson court case work?
That is wrong. Let's have our next contestants come on down. Our next question is, favorite books of the 1960s?
I'm gonna go with A Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Wrong!
You know, Stevie boy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay, To Kill a Mockingbird. Is it?
Woo!
Okay.
A wrinkle in time.
Okay.
You know, Steve, I'm gonna have to say catch 22.
Alright. Okay. 3 for 3. Do we got 4 for 4?
The Communist Manifesto.
This is U.S. history.
I just came for the experience, man.
Alright. It looks like pop culture has won this episode
Woo!
today.
Woo!